Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about a rather serious subject involving David Dobrik and his ever so controversial vlog squad, Colleen Ballinger's offensive comments on her recent podcast episode, video game giant Activision Blizzard Inc.'s lawsuit, and so much more. But before we get into it, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and turn your post notifications on. Alright, let's get into it. Vlog squad member Joe Vulpis' ex-girlfriend and Twitch streamer Annelise recently revealed that the cause of her chronic illness in her left foot and leg was the outcome of an unnamed Vlog Squad member's actions. This Vlog Squad member got drunk and careless, which resulted in them breaking Annelise's foot. And for those of you who aren't aware of both Annelise and Joe and their connection with David Dobrik, here's a little rundown. Annelise Jr. Marie is best known for her modeling, TikTok videos, and streaming content on Twitch. Joe Vulpis is a videographer, editor, and YouTuber who would sometimes edit a few things here and there for David and participates in the vlogger's videos. Most recently, Joe made headlines for when he appeared to be crying in one of David's vlogs.
So I wanted to get you a gift. Joe, are you? Should we do this another time?
Joe and Annelise were in a long-term relationship for several years and broke up just a few months ago. Back in September of 2019, Joe made a whole entire series covering Annelise's diagnosis with lymphedema. Lymphedema. Okay.
Lymphedema.
Joe made a whole series covering Annelise's diagnosis with lymphedema. If you have the time to watch Annelise and Joe's series, I highly recommend it if you want the full picture on the story. Annelise is just so raw and strong, and it's honestly so upsetting to see someone like her go through so much pain because of her ex-boyfriend's friend, but I'll get into that later. And according to Mayo Clinic, lymphedema refers to swelling that generally occurs in one of your arms or legs and occurs when your lymph vessels are unable to adequately drain lymph fluid. Unfortunately, there is presently no cure for this condition, and the symptoms are intensely painful. In the description box of part 1 of Annelise and Joe's series, Joe wrote that Annelise was constantly being misdiagnosed for 2 years.
Annelise just got a phone call about her results. What'd they say, lady?
I'm approved for the next test.
That's some good news.
Yeah.
And what does it mean?
That I'm gonna go get a CTA scan.
I thought you said it was a CPA scan before.
I misheard the lady. It's gonna see if there's any blocked arteries and also just check and see if there's no tumors from cancer, and they're gonna inject my body with dye.
In part 2 of Annelise and Joe's series, Joe writes in the description box that Annelise has both May-Turner syndrome. It's May-Turner syndrome.
Super.
And lymphedema in her left leg. According to Healthline.com, May-Turner syndrome is a condition that causes the left iliac vein in your pelvis to narrow because of pressure from the right iliac artery. None of this makes sense to me, but if you understood that, like, good for you, you're smart. In both part 2 and part 3, Annelise undergoes surgery, faces complications, and expresses her frustrations with the healthcare system and her surgeries.
Annelise has been diagnosed with something different now called May-Turner.
Every video I get a new disease.
Every day Annelise has to maintain it. She has to wrap it intensely. She has to go in a pump, and the pump circulates the blood flow throughout her leg. She has to do that every day for at least an hour.
Main vein, my one main vein has collapsed.
But the anesthesiologist did say if it's like irritated to just go ahead and put some eye drops on.
Annelise has this wrap, and we think that she might be allergic to the gauze pad or something on it.
Yeah, yesterday I was fine, but then last night I tried to fall asleep and I couldn't.
Difficult.
Look at me, I'm like a kind of cocoon.
Annelise, this is the same as the other thing.
No, I'm not. I'm totally wrapped up.
What do you need help with?
It's just so uncomfortable to put on, and I'm just stuck here. It's just, I have to wear this every day and wrap myself in this thing.
September 22nd of 2020, Annelise released a video titled I Have Something to Tell You, talking about her struggles dealing with her incurable disorder and chronic illness. On top of that, she was also battling COVID for like an entire month. I remember watching her videos back then, and she was just not feeling well, and I was so concerned. Part 3 of the series was released September 11th, 2020, and towards the end of the video, Joe teases another part that has yet to be released.
Why?
For some reason, I can't get doctors to figure things out.
And your doctors keep screwing up your leg? They're making it worse?
It's like they just keep doing these things, and I spend so much time at the doctors, so much, and they just keep screwing things up. Can you imagine going to a doctor 2 times a week for a year and to find out everything they've been doing is wrong and making everything worse? My leg isn't even the same size when I started going to physical therapy. It's bigger now.
Just keep in mind that while all of these videos were coming out, no one really knew what the cause of this was. Joe and Annielise officially announced their breakup July 13th of 2021. Annielise took to Twitter to make the announcement, writing, "As time goes on, sometimes people need to grow separately on their own. Joe and I broke up a few months ago and have nothing but love for each other. The time we spent was truly special. Thank you for the support when we were together, as it's time for us to take things on our own." However, in a now deleted tweet, Annielise revealed that she was upset David announced her breakup with Joe before she could in his vlog titled "Surprising Little Brother with Tupac." She wrote, "Long story short, one of the biggest YouTubers with 20 million subscribers posted a video that I decided to break up with my ex and now I'm getting death threats. How's everyone else's day going?" Like, people are honestly crazy. Who is sending this poor girl death threats? Like, it was a freaking breakup. Like, I'm just so confused with people. Like, I can't imagine like seeing something on YouTube and being like, "Oh no, this person's a terrible person. I'm gonna go send them death threats." Like, are you dumb? On July 22nd of 2021, Annielise streamed on Twitch and revealed the truth about her diagnosis. Now, due to copyright, I won't be playing the clips from her stream. According to Annelise, the incident occurred May of 2018. She says, "Someone in the vlog squad was drunk and an idiot, and they're the reason why she has a chronic illness. They were drunk, they were being an idiot, they stepped on her twice and stepped on her foot, and thus breaking her foot." Annelise said, "Not even my friends knew before I told them because I was told I had to keep this a secret for many years. It kind of got to the point where I couldn't handle it any longer." She said Joe didn't do anything wrong, but she also added that she sometimes feels that she wouldn't be in this position if she didn't know Joe. It's just such a tough situation to be in. It's terrible. I can't imagine being in either Annelise or Joe's shoes, or even like whoever this person was. She continues saying, "It's something I'm working on with my therapist. I know it was an accident, but it still triggers me because I had to keep it all inside." She later expressed that Jeff Wittick's series talking about his life-changing injury kind of inspired her to come forward with her story. She said absolutely no one other than Joe was aware of the truth and that she promised Joe that she wouldn't say anything. I wonder why Joe made her even promise that. Like, what the fuck? But after Joe and her broke up, he said that she could speak her truth. Now, David and the person who did it were never made aware of the situation. David only found out a couple of months ago, and Annelise has still not told the person who did it about what she's been going through because of their careless actions. She said Joe did nothing wrong, but she also says that it is because of them that she's going through so much pain right now. Now, according to My Health Alberta, lymphedema can be caused by a fractured bone or surgery to fix a fracture. And according to StopTheClot.org, MTS is a mechanical problem that can increase your chances of blood clots. It is not inherited or genetic condition. Okay, so I guess then it's not genetic, which means that potentially then she had to go through all of this because of the thing that happened. It's just, it sucks. So sad. Okay, so in this part of the video, I wanted to do a disclaimer. I'm going to be talking about topics involving SA and suicide, so if you're sensitive to these topics, this is your disclaimer and you can skip to this timestamp. Video giant Activision Blizzard Inc., most notably known for games such as Diablo, Warcraft, Call of Duty, and so many fan favorites, is now being sued for their workplace culture. A lawsuit was filed by the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing. According to New York Times, the lawsuit says women at the gaming company were paid less and discriminated against, and it described a culture of sexual harassment. Wow. After a 2-year investigation, the state's Department of Fair Employment and Housing said in a lawsuit filed Tuesday in Los Angeles Superior Court that Activision fostered a frat boy workplace culture. Executives sexually harassed women, the agency said, and male employees openly joked about rape and drank alcohol while engaging in inappropriate behavior toward women at their cubicles during events known as cube crawls. Disgusting. In one case, the lawsuit said a female employee died by suicide during a business trip as a result of her sexual relationship with her male supervisor, and before her death, male colleagues allegedly shared explicit photos of the woman. According to Bloomberg, a spokesperson for the company spoke out and said, "We value diversity and strive to foster a workplace that offers inclusivity for everyone. There is no place in our company or industry or any industry for sexual misconduct or harassment of any kind. We take every allegation seriously and investigate all claims. In cases related to misconduct, action was taken to address the issue." Of course, I wasn't expecting any other response from the fucking spokesperson. It's literally their job to clean the shit it up, but like, I don't believe a word of it. I'm literally pissed. In other news, Colleen Ballinger, also known as Miranda Sings on YouTube, has been getting some major backlash on Twitter over her comments about IVF in her most recent podcast with husband Eric Stocklin. Adam McIntyre, who called out Colleen in 2020 for quote-unquote using him, even retweeted the clip. Take a look.
Wow.
That's
So
amazing.
when I'm
So when you take the
pushing these
babies
two out for a stroll, people are
they're
going to be like,
you broken? I'm just kidding. No one's broken if they can't do that.
no, but you know, yeah.
Although Colleen did have a poor choice of words in that particular clip and made an insensitive joke, earlier in the podcast, Colleen expresses how she thinks women who have gone through IVF are superheroes to her.
Yeah.
I follow all these moms on moms and moms to be on TikTok who are trying to get pregnant right now. Because I just love following IVF journeys. Like, I think it's like I'm so inspired by them, and because like I don't know, it's just like the hardest thing ever when you like desperately want to get pregnant and you keep getting disappointed. And so
we had a very limited experience.
So small,
in that,
nothing like that.
Nothing compared to, but like I can't imagine.
And so I just I'm rooting for. I follow everyone I can find, and they talk about what they're taking every single day, and they show me their charts, and they did like all this. I know everything about it. They check all this stuff. And every day I'm like so eager to find out, like, did one of them get a positive test today? It's like, so, I don't know, I'm like obsessed with it now. I like those. If you are out there and you've ever gone through all that, like, you are a superhero to me.
And here are some comments on the situation. I went on the comment section of the podcast where she made this offensive comment, and not a single fan has called her out on this. I swear this girl gets away with saying anything. Another person said, as someone who can't get pregnant because I have PCOS and infertility issues, this is just plain insulting and disgusting. I don't know, man. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section down below.
I said something in my podcast this week that was extremely insensitive and stupid, and I should have never said it. Obviously, that is not a funny joke. It's not a joke at all. It was extremely insensitive and stupid of me to say. First, I just want to say I in no way think that anyone who struggles with infertility or getting pregnant is broken or there's something wrong with them. That is the furthest thing from my mind. I even say in the podcast right before I make that dumb joke how incredible those people are and how I am of them. That insensitive joke was in no way how I feel. My brain was thinking, what kind of insensitive, ignorant person would walk up to someone and ask them how they conceive? Like, what type of thing would they say? That's where that comment came from. And honestly, it doesn't matter why I said the joke. I said it and I shouldn't have.
Moving on, I just wanted to do a little update on Britney's conservatorship case against her father because a lot has happened. She took to Instagram to write a statement saying, there's nothing worse than when people closest to you who never showed up for you post things in regards to your situation, whatever it may be, and speak righteously for support. There's nothing worse than that. How dare the people you love the most say anything at all? Did they even put a hand out to even lift me up at the time? How dare you make it public that now you care? Did you put your hand out when I was drowning? Comments under the post suspect Britney is referring to this video of her sister Jamie Lynn Spears.
Hey everybody, I just want to take a second to address a few things. The only reason I haven't before is because I felt like until my sister was able to speak for herself and say what she felt she needed to say publicly, that it wasn't my place and it wasn't the right thing to do. But now that she's very clearly spoken and said what she needed to say, I feel like I can follow her lead and say what I feel I need to say. I think it's extremely clear that since the day I was born, I've only loved, adored, and supported my sister. I mean, this is my freaking big sister before any of this bullshit. I don't care if she wants to run away to a rainforest and have a zillion babies in the middle of nowhere, or if she wants to come back and dominate the world the way she has so many times before. Because I have nothing to gain or lose either way. This situation does not affect me either way because I am only her sister who is only concerned about her happiness. I've made a very conscious choice in my life to only participate in her life as her sister. Maybe I didn't support her the way the public would like me to, with a hashtag on a public platform, but I can assure you that I've supported my sister long before there was a hashtag, and I'll support her long after. Note that. And I've worked since I was 9 years old. I've paid my own freaking bills since I was 10 years old. Not that I owe the public anything, because my sister knows I love and support her. That's the only person I owe anything to. I'm not my family. I am my own person. I'm speaking for myself. I'm so proud of her for using her voice. I'm so proud of her for requesting new counsel. I told her to do many years ago. Oh, not on a big public platform, but just in a personal conversation between two sisters. So I'm very proud that she's taken that step. If ending the conservatorship, if flying to Mars or whatever the hell else she wants to do to be happy, I support that because I support my sister. I love my sister, always have, always will, as long as she's happy. Let's keep praying. That's all.
Under the video of Jamie Lynn, comments have been calling her out for cold demeanor towards her sister and her case. This user says, your sister having no human rights doesn't affect you. Your sister being denied to marry or reproduce doesn't affect you. Your sister being drugged against her will and forced to perform doesn't affect you. Someone else said, wiping away tears that aren't there. Girl, bye. Britney has been getting harsh criticism for the dancing videos that she posts on Instagram. And in another post, she writes, for those of you who chose to criticize my dancing videos, look, I'm not going to be performing on any stages anytime soon with my dad handling what I wear, say, do, or think. I've done that for the past 13 years. I'd much rather share videos, yes, from my living room instead of on stage in Vegas. She calls out her sister again and says, I don't like that my sister showed up at an awards show and performed my songs to remixes. My so-called support system hurt me deeply. This conservatorship killed my dreams. Britney was also referencing a tribute performance to Britney at the 2017 Radio Disney Music Awards featuring Jamie Lynn Spears. Honestly, looking back at this performance is heart-shattering, knowing that Britney held back her frustrations with her sister and just had to keep smiling through it all. And last but certainly not least, Miss Gabby Hanna recently posted a TikTok video poking fun at herself. Take a look. I must say I commend Gabby for her efforts for the angle above her head, but like real talk though, I thought Gabby said she was gonna stay offline. Like I'm so confused. Alright you guys, that was it for today's video. I know it was a lot, but here's a little palate cleanser to cheer you guys up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every single day. Alright, bye!
I said something in my podcast this week that was extremely insensitive and stupid, and I should have never said it.
So when you take the babies out
for a stroll, people
they're
are going to
ask
be
you,
like,
you broken? I'm just kidding. No one's broken if they can't do that.
No, but you know, yeah.
So obviously that is not a funny joke. It's not a joke at all. It was extremely insensitive and stupid of me to say. First, I just want to say I in no way think that anyone who struggles with infertility or getting pregnant is broken or there's something wrong with them. That is the furthest thing from my mind. I even say in the podcast right before I make that dumb joke how incredible those people are and how in awe I am of them. I've said that multiple times. I'll say it forever. Like, people who struggle with infertility are incredible to me and so brave and strong and so much stronger than I could ever be. That insensitive joke was in no way how I feel. My brain was thinking, what kind of insensitive, ignorant person would walk up to someone and ask them how they conceive? Like, what type of thing would they say? That's where that comment came from. And honestly, it doesn't matter why I said the joke. I said it and I shouldn't have. The last thing in the world I would ever want to do is make other women feel like I think there's something wrong with them for that. That is not how I feel. I'm really embarrassed and really frustrated with myself that I made a comment that implied that I would think anything negative of people who go through that, because it's the opposite. I'm in awe of them. I'm inspired by them. There's so much that I want to say and there's so much that I could say right now, but instead I'm just gonna keep this short and just say I'm really embarrassed and I'm really sorry.